What was supposed to be a WNBA basketball game has turned into one of the biggest sports controversies online. Former NBA player Enes Kanter was escorted out of the Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever game after a heated confrontation with Sky guard Natasha. And now, the internet is completely divided. Kanter was sitting courtside, wearing a black shirt that read, "Woman, noun, adult, human, female." The shirt was a direct reference to the ongoing debate over transgender athletes and women's sports, an issue Kanter has been publicly discussing for weeks. He has even announced plans to enter the 2027 WNBA draft, arguing that he wants to challenge what he sees as contradictions in the league's policies. During the third quarter, after a basket by Natasha, she turned toward Kanter and the two began exchanging words. The situation escalated quickly. Kanter stood up and moved toward the court while Cloud was restrained by teammates. Security rushed in and Kanter was eventually escorted out of the arena as the crowd reacted loudly. But that was only the beginning. After being removed, Kanter went straight to social media. He claimed that he had been kicked out of a WNBA game for supporting women. His post reportedly received millions of views, and he later wrote, "It's always women hating on other women." That immediately sparked another wave of reactions. Kanter's supporters accused the WNBA of punishing him simply for expressing his views. But his critics had a completely different interpretation. They argued that Kanter deliberately attended the game wearing a provocative shirt because he knew it would attract attention. Some even accused him of turning the entire situation into a publicity stunt. Then Natasha became the next target of online criticism. Cloud did not speak with the reporters after the game, instead meeting with team and league security. Critics online began calling her a fake victim and describing the situation as a circus. However, these are social media opinions, not established facts. Cloud later posted a message supporting transgender people, saying they belong to her community and that they are loved and protected. Her post reignited the debate. Chicago Sky head coach Tyler Marsh defended Cloud and said the organization supports her. Meanwhile, Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White took a very different approach. When asked about the incident, White essentially told reporters not to give the controversy more fuel, calling it a social media thing. But perhaps the biggest unanswered question is what was actually said between Kanter and Cloud. Kanter has now given his own version of events. He claims the confrontation began after he celebrated a three-pointer by Indiana player Sophie Cunningham. He also made claims about what Cloud allegedly said to him, but those statements remain Kanter's version and have not been independently verified. The available video shows the confrontation, but it does not clearly reveal every word exchanged beforehand. Meanwhile, the game itself had a major storyline. Indiana defeated Chicago 113-90, with Caitlin Clark putting up 37 points and 10 assists. The loss also eliminated Chicago from playoff contention, and yet much of the internet was talking about Kanter and Cloud instead of the basketball. Other athletes have also entered the conversation. Milwaukee Bucks star Kyle Kuzma criticized Kanter online, arguing that a grown man had stepped onto the court during a confrontation with a woman. So right now, there are several completely different narratives. Kanter's supporters say he was removed for expressing an opinion. His critics say he entered the arena looking for attention. Cloud's supporters say she stood up for her beliefs and her community. Her critics question why she skipped media duties afterward. And many neutral fans are simply asking one thing. What exactly happened before the cameras started rolling? Because we know what happened after the confrontation began. We know Kanter was removed, we know Cloud did not speak to the media, and we know both sides have very different interpretations of the incident. But we still don't know exactly what was said between them. And that may be the detail that ultimately changes how people view this entire controversy. What do you think about the situation? Who do you think was in the wrong? Let us know your opinion in the comments.